go-getter when we see one, and Abby Lee Miller never fails to rise to the occasion. We've seen her bad side, and we've heard rumors about her good side. But is she really as mean as they say she is? Who knows the answer to that question better than Abby's very own students?
Or will it be the grifters? Sneaky.
Let's kick things off with the Ziegler sisters, who have both made it to a point to cut Abby out of their lives. The Zieglers cut all communication off with Abby after leaving Dance Moms at the end of season 6. Although Abby did help transform Maddie into one of the most successful dancers in America, she also left a bitter taste in her mouth. Turns out that years of criticism, extreme pressure, and tough love was what put an end to the Miller-Ziegler alliance. The same can be said about Chloe Lukasiak, who's obviously not interested in forgiving her former dance coach, who once made fun of her medical condition. According to Chloe, Abby has taught her a lot of life lessons and turned her into a better dancer. But when it comes to her personality, she'd rather keep her distance. Oddly enough, Kenzie, Maddie, and Chloe are the ones who make it a point to ignore Abby at all costs. Other dancers like Kendall Verdes still keep in contact with Abby, and she even considers her as the strongest woman she knows. Despite facing some legal issues in the past, Kendall and Abby have made amends. JoJo with the Bobo, on the other hand, has never stopped showering Abby with support and affection. The Siwas invite Abby to their Christmas parties, special events, and birthday parties too. JoJo even visited Abby when she was in the hospital and brought her loads of presents. Obviously, she thinks very highly of her old dance teacher. Kalani also seems to be on the same page as JoJo. During an interview with Access Hollywood, Kalani stated that she learned a lot from Abby and wishes her the best. She also mentions that she doesn't really keep in contact with Abby, but she's forever grateful for what she taught her. Other dancers like Eliana Walmsley and Maisie Sace make it a point to keep in touch with Abby Lee Miller. They both visited Abby in the hospital and boasted about how wonderful the experience was. The girls obviously have a lot of love for their teacher, and Maisie would even go as far as to label Abby as her hero. Eliana loves how Abby holds her accountable for everything and truly believes that her teachings have turned her into a better performer. These girls just love working with Abby.
Basically said, I need to kiss your butt like Melissa does.
It's old news that the producers of Dance Moms tweaked the footage to make everything seem super dramatic. Abby's worst traits are showcased while her soft side gets downplayed, so it's hard to put a finger on Abby's real personality. If Dance Moms had never become a reality TV show, it's possible that Chloe, Maddie, and Kenzie, but since the show mainly focused on Chloe and Maddie's on-screen rivalry, we can see why these girls want nothing to do with the ALDC. Not only did Abby put a lot of stress on Maddie, but she spent the rest of her time comparing Kenzie and Chloe to her star pupil. So obviously the girls had way too much pressure on them, and they're holding on to all the bad memories. But while the OG dancers have a lot of bad things to say about Abby, her new cast can't help but praise her for her teaching methods. According to Brady,
there's no other coach like her.
Despite finding her hard and picky, she's confident that she knows what's best, so he's more than happy to take on her criticism. According to Presley,
it could be a little bit stressful because you feel like you have to be perfect.
But she also stated that it's a whole lot of fun too. Presley knows that Abby wants perfection, which isn't always an easy thing to achieve. The sweet and adorable Cameron, on the other hand, has only nice things to say about her dance coach.
She's fun. I think she's fun.
In her opinion, Abby is super fun because she teaches her moves she's never done before, and she likes her for it. But when it comes to Liliana, the dancer thinks that it's easy for Abby to come across as mean.
Somehow, when she says it, it just sounds mean.
Your laziness, your lack of musicality.
However, she believes that she's just trying to give important feedback. Despite her coming off as rude and mean, Lily knows to brush off her tone while taking her corrections to heart.
A lot of tough love coming for you.
Suck it up, kid.
Abby is all about tough love, but that's what she loves about her. Hannah also finds Abby to be very strict, but she loves having her as a dance teacher.
She tells me stuff like corrections that I've never had before.
In Hannah's opinion, she's become a better dancer thanks to Abby's corrections and criticism. Sarah's a huge fan of Abby's. She loves working with her and sees her as a really good teacher. Sure, she can be blunt and honest and tell you exactly what you don't want to hear, but in the end, Abby turns her students into the best versions of themselves. Although her methods can be a little harsh, especially since she works with children, her numbers speak for themselves. It's safe to say that if you want to train with Abby, you better have thick skin because it's her way or the highway. Still, hearing her students praise her makes you wonder if she's really as bad as she seems. She obviously loves her students and wants them to succeed in life. So, should Abby rethink her teaching methods and be kinder to her students?
So suck it up, yes?
Or is her no-nonsense personality what makes her the best in the industry? Sound off in the comment section. And that's a wrap. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See you next time on The Things.